Hi everyone, my name is Moonshine and I'll be the host of today's AMA with Dapital. Dapital is a next generation social brokerage that empowers users to invest, discover opportunities, and maintain full control of their assets through self custody. And today we have Rafael with us, who is going to be walking us through the social investing, how it is made simple for every user, the self custody and asset ownership, and multi-asset investing too, and other aspect of the project which will be beneficial for everyone who wants to get invested with the project. So before we dive into what Dapital is all about, could you kindly introduce yourself, Rafael, and the team behind the project?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Rafael. I was a quant on Wall Street before working on this. I worked on with one of the largest trading firms, um, splitting my time between high frequency trading for futures, options, and then most recently like stocks and equities, before moving over to the on-chain trading side. Um, my co-founder comes from Instagram, so really the intersection of social and finance is really our areas of expertise. Um, and yeah, we have a team of engineers with experience from Meta, Tesla, and a growth team. Our growth lead is a serial founder based out of Korea, who's done a lot of interesting things. But yeah, so that's really the team.
Okay, so how did you guys start Dapital? What was the conviction that you guys saw? Was there an existing problem that you guys saw and the finance aspects, or just generally that brought this thought of, okay, how about we start a project that can offer these utilities that you feel would attract people who would really want to use what you guys are offering?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we saw a lot of higher quality assets come on chain, hyperliquid, tokenized equities, interesting yield projects, and we saw a lot of these things existing, but not being something that the general population was accessing. We're still very early, and we decided to tackle that like discoverability problem from a social side because the there's already a very strong existing appetite for people to discover this kind of content socially. If you look at things like Wall Street Bets, that has like 3 million active users, and the number of them that are trading on Hyperliquid is really small. So the idea there being to approach that social angle and build a platform dedicated to sharing financial content, financial ideas, and solve that social discoverability while being able to offer a ton of cool features that only exist because we're building on chain.
Nice. Okay, and financial communities already exist, when you look on X, Discord, Telegram, but sometimes the execution happens elsewhere. But I noticed that with your platform, you guys are kind of bringing conversation and execution into one platform, which creates a fundamental, different experience for users rather than just more convenience. So why did you guys bring these two things together into what you guys are building?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you're saying. By combining the execution with the actual discovery, conversation, and all of that, we can create the best platform for actually being able to express financial ideas. Our first version of the product is very like Reddit focused, but really we want to build all of these interesting things. Our next major feature set will be groups that basically operate, similar to Telegram groups, except instead of being just a general messaging platform, are specifically geared for showing you the accurate financial information. And the other thing this does is it lets us actually capture all of the financial information as we're in those groups. So this prevents things like LARPing, where people are not associating their actual trades with what they're doing. It prevents, we can add a layer of financial trust and reputation to all of it, including the social algorithm for how posts are ranked, as well as being able to directly monetize it and monetize good ideas. So if you share a call and people are, trading off of it and making money, then you will end up getting rewarded with a portion of the trade fees. So that creates a really strong incentive to post high quality content in a way that it doesn't exist on any sort of other platform.
Hmm. That's another part of it that sounds really interesting to, listen to and to read through your website. So, you guys are potentially trying to create like incentives, right? But then, is it that once these conversations take place and probably you're creating things that people want to trade off from, would there be like a pool where most of the funds will be gathered into? I don't know if I should call it like a trading pool or something. Then at the end of the day, the percents are being splitted within people who have traded, the person who created the trading signals, and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. And our goal is to really reward the people who are making the right calls. So people who are, making calls that are making trades for people, that are, yeah, that are making making people money. Like those people get rewarded. It's actually more instantaneous than like end of day. But we have that built into our algorithm that it tunes where those funds are going. Based on the quality of the like trades that are being made on it, as well as the like quality of the content.
Great. Okay, just for transparency, right? Is there any percent that would be going back to like the project or the team, for setting up a platform that is able to reward users? Or everything is purely going back to those who have traded and the one who has created the trading signals?
Yeah, of course, we do, take a portion for ourselves. It's roughly like one third going to team, one third going to like a standard referral system, and then one third going to the like social elements.
Okay. So, when when it comes to incentives, right? Okay, I think this is the last question I have for this part of what we are discussing, right? So when it comes to incentives, you're always going to have people who just want to come into the platform to farm, like kind of engagement farming or sensational predictions. So how do you ensure that these incentives rewards genuine insights rather than sensational predictions or engagement farming?
Yeah, there's no real benefit to engagement farming on our platform. Our algorithm isn't based on engagement, it's based on financial performance. You can come on and post some random trash, and that will just get silenced by the algorithm. Whereas things that get a lot of engagement and people can bot things and like do other things like that on, you know, traditional social media. That's where our platform actually specifically differs in the sense that you can't bot your financial call. If it is either good or it is bad, and there's nothing that you can do to in the engagement side. It also means that we're surfacing really good traders from like everywhere because you don't have to have a following to be making good calls. And we're gonna surface. You might have literally gotten 0 likes on a thing, but if you took your time, you found a good thing, especially in the real world asset category, and you posted it, and you can do that consistently, you will get surfaced in the algorithm with literally 0 likes. So,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely. So, I wanted to know what metric does Dapital care about the most? Because generally, most trading platforms optimize for transaction volume. So, is that something you also care about, or are there more metrics the team is also looking forward to cover?
I mean, I think the thing for us is that uh, we have to keep in mind that everyone in this sphere is very early to on-chain trading, and really the larger market is not just providing the existing users. It's onboarding the next set of users that are not trading on chain at all. So really, that's our focus, and yeah, that's where we see it as a big unlock. So really, we care about how many users we're onboarding net new to on-chain trading, and the volume that we can drive through those people.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So, the next question I actually had for you is, growth of a project or a company is something that is very vital, right? But when it comes to new innovations, new projects, or new utilities, even when people often want to explore, because they already have trusted platforms that have been used by many traders, it might be difficult to gain their trust. Hence, trust is usually something that is of very great value, right, with innovations. So, what design decisions were made specifically to end user trust before chasing rapid growth?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Really, what we see as one of the biggest drivers of trust is just producing a product that feels to the level of quality. Obviously, we are very our backgrounds are very legit, and we would would not have left our cushy jobs to do something that's not trustworthy. And so building a product that really feels that. The other thing was securing the right partners. We're backed by Binance, so having that as the stamp of approval and legitimacy is like, no, we're here to provide long-term value. And so yeah, all of that, building the trust directly into the platform, making sure that users feel that from day one, and yeah, just having the right partners on board is really what we're focused on.
True. And then looking at how AI is beginning to cover different aspects, right? And many people are kind of now using AI to refine so many things. Few years from now, few months from now, we don't know where AI might eventually take us. So, how do you think AI will change investment discovery, and where or do you think there is an aspect of human judgment when it comes to trading that would always remain irreplaceable?
Yeah, so I think that fundamentally, like a lot of this stuff is that you are making a bet, and that is how like trading fundamentally works. And that's not really a category where um, AI can cover, because I think people underestimate how much of trading is already automated. Like my team on, when I was working in TradFi, um, ran all automated trading. Like literally every trade that we made was executed autonomously based on machine learning and that that system. And that already contributes a huge portion of the market that does a lot of the like inefficiency finding. Um, so I don't think people should manually go out and be doing that. But where you can actually do things is accurately expressing your views on the market, and by doing that, you actually end up getting better pricing for the market. But also, it's very real that because so much of this is automated, you can find these advantages where you have some insight and some prediction and some belief about the market that the market doesn't see yet. And I think that that will always be a human decision to make that bet, and that becomes even more uh, potent as we go along. And I think probably a lot of the like tediousness of execution or like any of that becomes AI driven, but that really the like having a conviction is a pretty uniquely human thing.
Yeah, that's a very unique way of thinking about it, right? So, from the website, I can see that Dapital is being positioned as a place to trade anything. So, I would assume it includes private companies and pre IPO assets. So, how does the team provide exposure to assets that aren't publicly traded? while ensuring transparency and fair pricing, sufficient liquidity for users.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big challenge for sure. And to be honest, that's not really the area that we're working on. We're providing the access to these assets, but we have, some great partners and asset issuers who are going out and doing that. We offer pre-stocks. I think that ultimately, if this becomes a bottleneck at the actual like asset layer, then we'll go out and work on that. But that for now we see a lot of these really good assets existing on chain, and that the primary bottleneck for us is really um, in going and getting those into the hands of consumers.
Yeah, thank you for that answer, and I appreciate you for being very, honest with that part, and it helps us to also understand that you're just basically providing access to those assets, right? So, we search diverse asset classes on the Dapital platform. How do you design the user experience so beginners aren't overwhelmed, while experienced traders still have the tools they need in your platform?
Yeah, so again, our goal is to gear towards a like prosumer, but not a pro trader. We're not building a terminal. We're not trying to compete with terminal products. This is, a social platform for thesis-driven trades, more so than it is about, yeah, competing with someone sitting on their screens all day. Like, what we saw was in traditional finance, was that the advent of like strong mobile trading products really ate a huge portion of the market. Like the terminals existed first, and then when Robinhood started offering a platform that was easy to use, comfortable to do, it it became very, very large because the vast majority of people don't actually want to sit on a trading screen all day. So I see it as, like this is just most of the people who are trading all day are also using Twitter, and we offer a better social platform to share those ideas and monetize them. And then for the, everyday people, the product is really easy to use. It feels very clean. And yeah, it just makes that easy.
Great. So I also wanted to ask, does Dapital have a token right now?
No token. Very much product led growth, and only, slotting a token in if we can really have it be like the primary value accrual or a really solid utility in the ecosystem.
So those rewards or those incentives will be paid out in stable coins, right?
Trading fees are paid out in stable coins, and then you also do accrue points for, some token at some point.
Right. And I also wanted to ask about the kind of community that you guys are building, right? Because sometimes for projects to be able to survive, whether in the bear market or in the bullish market, right? It always depends on the kind of community that has been built, how strong it is, how thriving it is. So, how are you guys able to build a very strong community of traders or project driven, or should I say, Dapital project driven, that they are able to stand with the team despite all odds?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got some great partners, great believers. A lot of people in the, Solana ecosystem, the BNB ecosystem, that have been, working with us and building this with us for the whole time. Great set of mentors as well, who are much more in the trading sphere. So yeah, that's been, or in the on-chain trading sphere. Um, so yeah, that's been really important for us as we've been building this, and partnering with them, I think is really valuable to us. But yeah, it's really just having like building those relationships, convincing people of the thing that you're building and having them see the vision, and yeah, going from there and just continuing to grow.
Nice. So, have you guys like attended any crypto events, any traders events, stuff like that? To kind of gain this momentum and also prove to the community that you guys are actually making efforts to reach out, even in terms of marketing and partnerships.
Yeah, we haven't done a ton of that yet because again, we're still super early. I mean, we're based in New York, so we've gone to a lot of like New York events, and then some, some of these like yeah, conferences and events here and there. But yeah, our focus has been on really this like closed alpha, and today is now when we open that up to a beta that everyone can join.
Okay, so when you want to talk about partnerships, are there any criterias or the kind of partnerships that you and the team are looking forward to have?
Um, Depends on the type of partner. I mean, I think the most interesting partners for us are the like asset issuers. That's where we see like a lot of ability for us to, highlight these really cool assets. And I, fundamentally like people that are bringing interesting things on chain. And so that's like our big focus. Um, in terms of like traders, we have some opportunities for that, but really our goal is to build the platform such that the traders are like monetizing it themselves from day one, and we've built the platform around that. So yeah, we're not chasing people with big trading deals, but yeah.
Great. Okay. So, another question I wanted to ask is how does the team decide, or are there any new criteria that decides whether a new asset deserves to be listed? Is it based on demand, liquidity, regulation, or long term relevance?
Ultimately, we'll list every asset, and you can trade anything on chain, because we think it should be up to people, and that the social discovery will solve that issue primarily. But the ones that we do highlight are definitely geared towards ones that are like having high liquidity, having real trust based on we're pretty much targeting real world assets. So while we offer like memes and and other things. That's not I wouldn't say the primary focus of our product.
Great. So Dapital's vision basically spans multiple asset classes across different jurisdictions. And also, I saw on the website that you can even trade speaking with people of different languages, right? So, how do you intend to approach regulatory compliance, or how are you approaching regulatory compliance without compromising the user experience or slowing innovation?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're trying to be quite compliant. So, everything is non-custodial and self-directed trading, which we have some pretty good regulatory clarity on in the West, and also some decent interpretations in Asia and other markets. So yeah, we're pretty confident in our regulatory approach, and we think that like a lot of this is you have to push the boundaries a little bit to truly innovate, but that we're doing that in a safe way that keeps people safe and keeps people uh, yeah, secure while these new things come out, and that's a big emphasis for us. So yeah.
Okay. So I think from my end, for now, those are basically all the questions I have for you. Okay, one last one I also wanted to ask was I saw a VIP section in the website. So is that like going to have a subscription fee? Are there any features or special assets that are going to be listed there?
No, really, that's more geared towards people who have a trading community that want to partner with us and get a higher higher hands-on approach, and that's like what what that's for. Um, so yeah, that's less less access, more. Do you want do you want something different? Do you have a community? Yeah, basically.
Okay, so are you open to taking some questions from the community? But before we start doing that, is there anything you'd like to mention that you feel have not been covered so far?
No, I think that's great. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, if you have questions, kindly signify by raising your hand so we can get in some live questions as well. And I can also see a lot of text questions. So while I go through that to see what question will be asked, let's have a first question here from Guardian. Guardian, you can go ahead with your question, please. Guardian, you have to unmute your mic to speak. And if you're having some network issues, you can leave and join again to see if it's better. While we wait for Guardian to ask a question, here comes from
Hello, can
Neil.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Um, so let me start. Let me start over. Hello, Moonshine, and hello, Rafael. How are you? Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible.
So since Dapital works through self-custody, what preventive measures are you going to take against money laundering and similar frauds, which could possibly exploit this feature? I mean, the cat and mouse chase stuff, and you know what?
Yeah, I mean, so we have built in a lot of regulatory compliance directly into the platform for tracking and analyzing these things, and banning accounts that are um, yeah engaging in illegal activity, and that's where we yeah that's where we see our efforts being used, and there's a lot of really good people working on that from a lot of different angles. So yeah, that's how we see it.
Oh, okay, and there's another question. Can I ask?
Yep.
Um, are there any upcoming campaigns like bonus campaigns to encourage users to join new users? Also, like I can actually point to referral campaigns or any kind of it.
Yeah, so we do offer referral rewards, um, but at this stage we're still really early, so we'll see what happens and where things go. I think we will have things, but obviously it needs to be structured in a way that gets the right users on board more so than just any users.
So that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Guardian, for asking a question. It was great having you on the mic. So, I wanted to ask a question from Neo, but I can't find the question anymore. But another question here from Venice is asking, how does local currency funding work for non-USD users?
Yeah, we offer global on-ramps. Everything is into USDC on Solana. But yeah, we offer that as a yeah, we have providers pretty much around the globe, who can offer those on-ramps.
Right. So I hope that answered your question, Venice. If it doesn't, you can definitely head to the Telegram chat to ask whatever more question. Another question here from Soul. Um, are there withdrawal fees and how long withdrawals take?
Um, no fees on anything for the Solana balances. And then for your Hyperliquid balance, that has a fee, but that is not something imposed by us. That's something imposed by Hyperliquid. And then yeah, withdrawals are instantaneous on Solana and take 1 to 2 minutes on Hyperliquid.
Okay, I hope that answers your question. So if you still have more questions, kindly head to the Telegram channel. So let's have a live question here from Habibi. So Habibi, you have been unmuted. You can ask a question now.
Okay, thank you very much, Moonshine. So my question is on investment discovery. If users are able to share and discover investment opportunities through the platform, will Dapital have any system for measuring the quality and track record of those ideas over time?
Yep, exactly. So that's built into our algorithm, and so all the calls are being tracked. You'll also see it visually on the UI that people it shows what price they called it at, and we'll be continuing to track that over time, and offer more expression features for being able to share your calls and share your reputation as a trader.
All right, thank you very much for answering that question.
Yeah, thank you so much, Habibi, for that question. So a question in the chat here is asking where's that question I'm looking for? Okay, Riley's asking, is there insurance on custodial funds?
So none of the funds are custodial. It's all non-custodial. So we don't offer any sort of custody. And yeah, it's fully self-custody, but we offer a really easy access to that in the sense that it's passkey based or tied to your Google account. The goal being to make it as easy as possible to log in, to track your don't have to think about your keys or anything like that.
Okay. Another question here in the chat is Ahmad is asking, would there be leaderboards ranking top traders or creators?
So yeah, we do have some functionality there, but again, our focus is on that being an opt-in process and something where people can choose to display that as opposed to it being a fully open thing. We think that this is better for the long-term scale of the product.
Okay. I hope that answered your question, Ahmad. So let's have a live question to OVA. You have been unmuted. You can go ahead with your question, please.
For having me. Hello, Rafael. Thanks for that wonderful presentation. So my question is concerning AI and DeFi. So with AI becoming increasingly integrated into Web3, does Dapital have plans to leverage artificial intelligence for areas such as portfolio management, risk analysis, and if so, what unique advantage would this provide compared to existing DeFi platforms?
Yeah, so again, yeah, our focus is really on the social discoverability aspects. We're being pretty focused on that. I think plenty of other people working on the AI and trading intersection, and I think that we could integrate any of that into the platform. And in some regards, moving that on to things that are surfacing ideas and that are sharing, and ultimately having a platform where things can hook into that very easily. But it's not something that we're uniquely developing, at least at this time.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, OVA, for that question. So another question came in here from Catherine. fad, catcher fad? Can users create and share their own watch lists publicly?
Yes, absolutely. We think that that's one of the best ways to express, financial content. Come up with a watch list, share it socially, and then if someone trades on that, you get rewarded. So we think that that's a great mechanism for doing that. And yes, if you have a watch list, would love for you to put it on Dapital today.
Okay, still on the watch list, Pixel asks, how does the watch list discovery feature work? Is it algorithmic or curated?
So we offer curated lists, and as well as surfacing trending and new assets. But we yeah again it's like social discovery. So we surface watch lists that people are making and that are getting people watching them, and we provide those to users so you can discover new things, discover new watch lists, follow traders. But yeah, that's definitely a exciting portion of being able to tune that watch list algorithm as we gain more users.
Okay, so the last questions I'll be taking, because there are a lot of questions here in the chat, but we can't take them all, unfortunately. These are two different questions, but I'll just kind of be combining them into one, okay? So Maximum was asking, what's the fee structure for spot trades versus perpetual trades? And Luna asked, are there funding rates fees on perpetual positions?
Yeah, so our perpetuals are provided by Hyperliquid. It's the same structure as that. So there are the funding rate of same as Hyperliquid. We offer Trade XYZ markets as well as the native Hyperliquid markets. And then yeah, for the fee structure, we charge a small fee. The current rates are set at like 5 bips on perpetuals, and a depends us a bit on the size of the trade, because we have it's fully gasless as well, but effectively less than 1% fee on the spot trades, so that yeah, and that applies to both cross chain as well as like Solana native, and the chains are fully abstracted, so you can trade whatever across chains as easy as you want. Yeah, and like you said, over 50% of that goes back to the community and the creators and traders. So yeah, that's kind of where we see that.
Okay, so there have been some back and forth question and answers, Rafael. I'm sure it was an exciting way, and you always give straightforward answers, right? Your profile also, you sound like your profile picture. Have you ever been told that?
I haven't been told that. I think that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a good thing. So, before we round off the AMA, just want to give the floor quickly to Caleb, to ask a question or to relate with you. So the floor is yours.
Hey, Rafael, how's it going, man?
Going all right.
Awesome. I mean, just want to say pretty congrats to your launch. I know you guys definitely have been working on this for a pretty long time. I'm pretty excited that you guys have officially launched this, right? I mean, let me talk for a developer standpoint, right? I mean, creating most of this application could be pretty easy for us because that's what we do, right? But one of the biggest issue with this product is in terms of marketing, right? I mean, you guys got something pretty amazing here. I mean, I was looking at the platform itself; it's pretty unique, right? But how are you guys going to market this? You know, because that's actually one of the biggest area that you guys definitely have to look forward to in terms of the next coming few months, few years. You know, keep it going. How you guys want to manage it? I just want to know.
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big focus of ours. The launch video is really the first thing coming, which everyone should go check it out and give it a like, give it a retweet. Be dropping in 15 minutes now, and yeah, that we're really putting a lot of effort into getting that visibility, and then it's just sustaining the growth from there, and ensuring that we're covering all of these channels, both engaging with the community and then also focused on a lot of this net new user acquisition, which is mostly driven by like automated UGC and really just scaling a lot of that.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I just wanted to point this out because I mean I've worked with so many project leads down the road, and it's always interesting and pretty awesome to see when a project lead come up with something pretty amazing like this. And I just want to say congrats on your launch once more, and I wish you guys the best along the way.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, guys. This is where we would be stopping with Dapital AMA, and it has been an interesting section so far because we were able to cover a lot of the features that the team or the project intends to offer. So, if you want to get to know more about Dapital, you can definitely use the official resources, which is the website, and follow them on X to get more updates, because that is where you get legit and accurate updates about the project. You can definitely be a part of the rolling out ball, which is joining the launch and saying how exciting it gets. Aside from that, I could see some screenshots in my DM since yesterday about a community tax alert that was also posted to sign up on Dapital. Take a screenshot showing that you have successfully signed up and logged in. Make a post on X sharing your thoughts about Dapital or why you are excited about the future of social investing, and then include your Dapital sign up screenshot in your X post. Then definitely you should be tagging both GoldDiggers Call and Try Dapital in your post. So if you are
And
yet to do that,
write your
mhm,
favorite, pick your favorite asset, write a thesis on the Dapital platform about it. Make sure to cash tag it. Use the dollar sign to cash tag whatever you're bullish on, and yeah, appreciate it.
yeah, definitely. So thank you so much once again. But before I close down the AMA, I don't know, Rafael, is there anything you'd like to say? We just want to give you the floor to give the concluding statement.
No, really, that's it. Yeah, sign up. Write a high quality post about your thesis. Today's the perfect day to do it. Um, Launch video dropping in under 15 minutes. So go take a look there, and yeah, looking forward to continuing to build the community.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining Gold Diggers Call. And we hope in the future, when the community expands, the project has accomplished certain milestones, we'll have you in the future here with our community, definitely talking about these milestones being crossed. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you guys in the next AMA.